Hey YouTube, it's Amix0 again. Today we're doing a Photoshop tutorial because I'm bored and I have Photoshop, and actually in the past a lot of you guys asked how I make my wallpapers. So yeah, it's 12 and I'm bored, so yeah. I recently just wiped out my computer, so I lost like everything. I've spent the past few days getting everything back. I got Photoshop and Camtasia, so we're gonna work on it. If you look at my desktop, we have like a few custom icons here for Vista, which you can easily apply to folders, and you can use programs to replace the icons of programs like Firefox. Now I didn't make these, but I did make like this one and modded these two. Now I'm gonna remake a Photoshop icon that I made before for you guys, so you can see it. So I'm gonna start a new document, and we're gonna make it 512 by 512, and I'm not worried about the size of the file, so I'm gonna make it 400 resolution. If you guys have never used Photoshop before, you're gonna be completely lost in this tutorial. I'm just doing it because I'm bored. If you do know what you're doing, then you're pretty much set. Okay, now I'm going to make the base of my icon, which is a rounded rectangle shape. I'm going to make it black because it just makes it easier to see. We're not actually using it for the icon itself. I'm just going to hold shift to make a perfect one. Right about there. Okay, so this is what we're going to be working with basically. I'm going to make a new layer on top of that. And I'm going to find a blue that somewhat matches this blue. But I want to go darker than that, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to say, like, I know that looks like really dark, but that's actually good. We might even want to go darker than that, to be honest. I'm thinking more blue. Let's see. Alright, that looks pretty decent. We're going to keep it like that. Actually, you know what, just a little bit darker. Okay, so now we have this dark blue, and you're probably wondering, like, whoa, that looks nothing like the blue in the Photoshop logo. But as you can see here, and I know it's really small, but it kind of has this lighting effect to it, which we're going to remake with lighting effects, and have a spotlight on. I'm going to make the spotlight direction from above. I'm going to widen it, and you know what, that is not exactly the right blue, but you know, you can mess around with it, and I'm sure there's like a tutorial online somewhere written where you could find the exact colors, which is, like, I think it's ridiculous. But it doesn't need to be exact. Who cares? This is your own thing. You can be creative with it. You know, make it look whatever you want to look like. Sorry. Alright, so now we have this basic, you know, it's not exactly the same blue, but it's fine. And if we create a clipping mask, what we'll do is transform it to the layer underneath. So now we have this nice rounded edge. Now I'm going to go a layer above, grab my pen tool, and I'm gonna make like a highlight here. So what I'm gonna do is make like a squiggly, and that's a little too high. I want it like somewhere near the middle. There we go. Okay. You know what? Sorry, I know I'm not. It's 12. I'm bored. There we go. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna complete our path, right click, make selection, and sorry I'm going so fast, I know there's like a limit and all that, and I'm really just doing this for myself and decided to videotape it for you guys. I'm gonna choose white and fill this selection. Okay, no, we can actually just do that part later. Okay, and again we're going to apply the clipping mask, and I'm gonna set this down to like right about there. Looks okay. Yeah, that's okay. So like 20, I'm gonna say 20%. Actually, I'm gonna make that 25% opacity, and now we have this kind of gloss look to it. And something I just did when I was making my icon and just screwing around was I added this stroke to it, which I'm gonna try and, yeah, there we go. That's just about overlaying it. And what I did was I grabbed my brush, made it kind of a small brush size, and changed the shape dynamics and took it to pen pressure instead of just off, or, oh no, sorry, not pen pressure, fade is what I want. And what I can do is mess around with the fade options, and I'm going to make this longer, like let's see what 200 is. It's decent. Yeah, 200's fine. Okay, and now I'm going to stroke that, so let me grab my pen tool again, and stroke path. Oh, don't want to do that, we're on the same layer. Okay, now stroke path. Okay, so now when I remove the path, you'll be able to see what I just did, really. Was create this kind of a barrier between the shine and the layer itself. Again, obviously, you can do whatever you want, just be creative with it. Create my clipping mask again, that's to make sure, is everything, hold on. I'm going to create a layer below this, actually, just to make sure we can see what's going on. Make it black. Okay, so yeah, that stayed inside. Like, you know, not everything needs to be perfect, you can make it however you want. Now we're going to create the Photoshop text. So I have it on a big font so it fits. That is the wrong font. We want Mirrored Pro because it might not be the same, but it's very close to the Photoshop font. And you can only get Mirrored Pro if you pay for it or have Photoshop. It doesn't actually come with Windows, I think. Where is it? There it is. And we want this like dark gray color, but not too dark, not like black, just, that is huge. Okay, gotta make that smaller. Let's try 100. Even smaller. Maybe a little bit bigger than that. Let's say 90. Okay, 90 is okay. And then make a lowercase s. Okay, so we got that now. And now what we need to do is double click, add a inner shadow. You just gotta figure out where you want it to come from. I'm not gonna like go open a bigger thing to see where it's actually, because you know it doesn't need to be the actual exact replica. That's why we're being creative with it. It doesn't need to look like the actual thing. So I don't know which direction the shadow comes from. It's just kind of whatever looks good to me. I think I like from that side better. And I'm going to increase the opacity a little bit. Right about there. I don't know how well you guys can see it because this is recording, and you know I'm going to try and export in HD, but who knows how well that's actually going to work. Now we're pretty much done. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. I actually think I like this better with a white text, even though it's not what the original logo looks like. But like I said, be creative. If we tint it a little blue, nah, that doesn't look so good. Okay, so like a somewhat of a really light gray looks good to me. We could actually move it below the line if we wanted. We could move it below everything. You know, I'm not trying to force you to do anything. Now I did this with a whole bunch of icons, which I'll show you. Icons, images, icons. Okay, because I'm making them for all my Adobe products. We got After Effects. Now I added this little thing there. I don't know if I like that as much, but we got After Effects, Illustrator. That one actually came out pretty well. Dreamweaver. I don't know if I like this one. It's okay, but something seems weird about the text. Flash. I don't plan on getting most of these back anyway. I'm gonna make an icon back and release them on DeviantArt. So I just figured to make most of the Adobe products Premiere. Photoshop, this was the original Photoshop one. This one's a much better blue than what we used in the tutorial. And that was my Xbox modding icon. Unrelated completely. So yeah, pretty much if you guys want me to do more Photoshop tutorials, just ask, and I mean write a comment below if you liked it or not, because I don't mind doing more. It's just I know that's not what we normally do on my channel. But I was bored, I felt like doing it, so yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, all that.